Hello everybody, I'm Face, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the new Vari evolution, or variation as I like to call it, because you know, variety, variation, evolution. Yeah, anyway, today's video is about Kirillin. Let's see, it's based off of the Chinese mythology, so like the Kirin, so I'm going to assume it's Kirillin, you know, Kirin. Kirillin. There you go. Pronunciation 101. Anyway, that's not the point. So, Kirillin is an ancient type of Vari evolution, and yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing here. Stats-wise, it got 78 HP, 83 energy, 137 melee tech, which is the highest in the game now. 69 melee defense. Nice. 73 ranged attack, 53 ranged defense, and 82 speed. Now, this range attack, it's not gonna get used, because one of its abilities is hasty. You have 50% more melee attack, but 80% accuracy on average. So all these moves would be 80% accurate rather than 100%. As always, all the variations come with adaptive assault. This one is ancient type, obviously, because it is an ancient type, and its secondary effect is that it has a 20% chance to raise its attack, so it can snowball potentially, but you'd have to actually hit your moves. Its other available abilities are territorial, and its secret ability is devious. So, hasty obviously gives the biggest increase in damage, but it's entirely inconsistent, especially because its move pool doesn't even have sharpen. Its available moves are adaptive assault, obviously, strike, dawdle, quick pounce, stretch, spare, headbutt, power focus, body slam. Those are all available to Vari, so like whatever. And then its available moves starting from, you know, Kirillin is fire slam, shrewd blast, rough up, scapegoat, and Primal Slash. The MMs it can learn are Rejuvenate, Ill Will, Fire Breath, obviously Dodge. Everything gets Dodge. And with this update, Vari actually got a rally move being Bait. I don't have it on here because I don't really care, but yeah, it got a rally move Bait. Now, those wondering why they don't get good rally moves, it's because, well, Vari evolves into many different things, and if it got a rally move, like let's say Thunder Crash, every single Vari evolution would also get it. So Servalin, Wendelin, Kirillin, and anything else that comes after would all get Thunder Crash, and that's why it doesn't get any rally moves besides Bait right now. So yeah, fun fact, originally this was supposed to have electric coverage rather than fire coverage. But I'm sure you don't care about at the moment. Let's talk about how you get it. It's pretty simple, very, very simple. You just head on over to the UMV. And it is an ancient type, so you would it's everything, all the Varis have unique evolution methods besides Servalin, because basic, I guess. But to get yourself a Kirillin, you need to revive yourself a fossil, or petrolith, I believe. Yeah, petrolith. See, you revive it, and boom, you get yourself a Kirillin. Now, you can't just have 5 or 6 Varis in your party and revive a single fossil. It's all 1-to-1, so if you want to revive 5 at once, you have to, if you want to evolve 5 at once, you have to revive 5 fossils, so there you go. So this is Kirillin. Now, this is not the only thing that the update has to offer. Fun fact, Joltooth was actually, had a stat change. I like how the OT is missing. I like that. Anyway, Joltooth stats, it used to have 67 melee defense, 76 range attack, and 64 range defense. Jamie decided to nuke the ranged attack and increase both its defenses by 20, so it is no longer a frail and slow Loomian. It is now slow and bulky. You know, kind of how like saber-toothed tigers were, like historically, they were super bulky and they relied on ambushing to actually catch their prey rather than speed. So this makes sense. Now, the public reaction, the reaction to these stat changes are very mixed. Some people enjoy the fact that its bulk was increased, but a lot of people are upset that it can no longer use Mud Spatter to catch Tyrex switch-ins or, you know, Thunder Strike to catch Spreezy switch-ins. I'm in the boat. Before I give my opinion, let me go over the reason why its stats got changed. Like I said earlier, Kirillin here was originally supposed to have electric coverage rather than fire coverage, and Jamie didn't want, Zulong and Kirillin to both outshine Joltooth, so he wanted to make it bulky to actually fit, autonomously. No, that's not the word. That's not the word. I forget the word, but it fit, the saber-tooth design here and actually be bulky. That way it wouldn't, be super easy to kill. This was actually changed to fire coverage last second, and that kind of removed the reason to buff it, but it was last second, so Jamie kind of forgot. Oh, the OT is showing now. Oh no. But yeah, so it was changed because of this, but then this was changed, so that removed the reason to change it. Now, Jamie also wanted to give it Clay Slap because he thought it already had Clay Slap. I told him it didn't, so he was like, okay, I'll add Clay Slap as well. And then after some, calcing around, because you have to balance the game on paper, I was like, it might be a little too much to give it both Clay Slap and the bulk, so I had him pick one, and he chose bulk. I personally would have been in the boat for Clay Slap right now over bulk, but, hey, it is what it is. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Would you have given this thing Clay Slap, or do you prefer the bulk buff that it got? Now, that's not to say it won't get Clay Slap in the future. It's just for now, it's sticking with one of the two changes. But what this bulk does mean, there were quite a number of calcs that somebody, Terror, I believe, brought up. Let me see if I can find... Nah, never mind. I'm not going to bother. But there's a lot of changes to what Joltooth can take in terms of damage because this bulk increase is so big. One off the top of my head is that very clever Tyrex or Setimars cannot 2-hit KO a Joltooth that has used bulk up once. But, that Tyrex one's kind of irrelevant because, well, Tyrex is going to win anyway because, like, Bamboozle's your best method to damage it now. Mud Spatter does absolutely nothing. This 36 range attack really smacked its ability to use any kind of mixed tech in conjunction with ambush. So, that's unfortunate. But like I said, the bulk allows it to take those things after a bulk up. This bulk also allows you to set up your own Bane of Haste if you want to go that route, because a lot of things no longer like hit you for like a super Oko. Like I believe very nimble. Actually, let me do a calc right now. Let me Zulong. Hello Zulong versus Joltooth. Let's look here. Let's see. Very smart. Yeah, a very smart Zulong can't Oko Joltooth anymore. Assuming it's invested in bulk and not speed. Like, it used to be able to Oko bulk invested Joltooth, but not anymore. Unless they have Ancient Essence, they don't even have a shot at it. Ancient Essence gives it a very solid chance to Oko, but like, it will probably Oko if they run Ancient Essence, but without Ancient Essence or Power Cuffs, Joltooth lives. a very smart brute force Zulong. And like I said, that's very smart. If they're running very nimble, there ain't no shot. Yeah, no shot if they're not running very smart. So yeah, that's something. You know, you could set up your own Bane of Haste with that damage, or just kill it. You could just kill Zulong right then and there if you want. But yeah, Joltooth finally has the bulk to accompany and make up for its speed. So I like that. So you might see me attempting to use Joltooth. I don't know. Meta's still kind of garbage. Everybody's using Semi-Stall or Colossus Snack, so I don't know. But yeah, it's actually a viable self-setter now for Bane of Haste. Although some people, you could argue that Overcharge is better if you're going to run Bane of Haste, because because Ambush kind of does nothing if they don't switch, or you're taking that turn of them switching to set up Bane of Haste. But yeah, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about Kirillin? I personally, it hits really hard, but it's way too inconsistent. Way too inconsistent for me to call it good. Its stats are kind of bad outside of attack. It's got a decent speed tier, but abilities make it super inconsistent. You could run Territorial instead of Hasty if you want to actually be able to hit your moves, but then again, your damage is cut if your gender doesn't match theirs. So again, inconsistent. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then the Joltooth buff, I would have preferred Clay Slap. The bulk is good though. I do enjoy, I do enjoy Joltooth getting buffed, but objectively, Joltooth probably didn't need it. Like, Clay Slap would have been cool, if anything at all. But yeah, objectively, it didn't need it. But hey, I'll take what I can get with Joltooth here. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Again, next week you'll see me covering the next Vari evolution, if it gets one. Although I'm assuming it does, because they said over the next few weeks, which means more than one. Anyway, yeah, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.